Hi, my name's Nikki. I'm a designer here at Lamont Brothers. Today we're going to take a look at a small, typical 5x8 bathroom and look at ways that we can go ahead and elevate that to feel a little more refined. So these clients, a married couple, they have a pair of twin boys that are in high school. They're into a lot of athletic. I believe they told us they take about 3 showers a day. So times 2, that's 6 showers a day happening in this bathroom. They wanted it very clean, minimal feeling. They had just gotten back from a cruise vacation and really enjoyed kind of the aesthetics that were on their cruise ship. So they wanted a fun floating vanity. They wanted a little bit of color popped in there, some nice warm kind of paint colors as well as metallic finishes. And then just a little bit of contrast, which I think we achieved with some of the black accents. So this bathroom started out as your typical 8x5 bathroom that's in the hallway, typically used for kids or guests coming to visit. We've all seen it with the tub or shower at the end, toilet in the middle, and a small vanity. Not moving outside of those parameters, we were focusing primarily on kind of our selections and finishes in order to elevate this space. Starting off with the shower, one of the things that we decided to do there was to use a material called wet wall. That is a waterproof material that can line the surround of your shower to give you a nice waterproof surround while also being seamless. So really you're only going to see some caulking in the corners and the top and the bottom, but it gives you a nice, smooth, very easily kept clean surface without a lot of grout lines or things to kind of offer distraction in such a small space. I mean, there's a small amount of texture. It depends on the color. Some of them have a little more texture than others, but this was the material. This was the selection that we went with there. So it has some small lines in it and a little bit of striation texture, so it doesn't have that real reflective plasticky looking quality to it, but it's a really nice budget friendly option for shower and bathtub surrounds. In addition to modernizing the surround of the shower by using a material that doesn't have as many grout lines, we also opted to go with a shower system that has a built-in diverter so that we could also include a hand shower into this space. We chose a fun modern brushed brass finish from Kohler, and then we've accented throughout with a matte black finish just to kind of give us some of that contrast. The modern brass is throughout the bathroom with most of the plumbing fixtures. There are some robe hooks that have both the matte black and the modern brass incorporated into one fixture, and then the shower glass door as well as a recessed niche are in the matte black finish, kind of blending all of those together in a nice cohesive palette. So what is a niche, you might ask? A niche is typically just a built-in recessed box in your shower somewhere in one of the walls that offers some surface space for you to put shampoos, conditioners, body wash, razors. In this bathroom, what we opted to do was go with a self-facing black metal niche. Great part about that, it was a very simple installation. With our wet wall material, we're fairly limited as far as how we can assemble these pieces together. They typically come with one bull-nosed edge and either a tongue and groove edge on the other side or just a flat square cut piece. That doesn't leave us a lot of options as far as creating a niche like you would typically with tile. So the self-facing niche was a nice option for the wet wall. It allows us to maintain the waterproof perimeter of the shower while creating some storage space within the stud cavities of the wall. So stepping out of the shower, next in line is our toilet space. The clients previously had a very large toilet that had a very deep tank for some reason and just projected into the room quite a bit. It was also fairly tall, so they felt like they were limited with their wall space above it. In this redesign, we decided to go with a low profile toilet, the Sansucci toilet from Kohler, 2 floating shelves up above it. We custom made the floating shelves. They didn't come with the vanity that you'll see here in a moment, but we had our carpenters do some sampling and try to find a stain that would blend really nicely with the existing stain that came on the vanity. Moving on to the floor, one trick with flooring typically is you'll want to lay the flooring so that it's oriented in along with the longest length of the room. In this case, that's the entry towards the back of the shower. One thing that I think worked really nicely with this flooring selection was it came in staggered width widths of planks. So it was nice to be able to break up that space to have some narrower boards as well as wider boards, just to kind of give it a little varied texture and not feel so monotonous. So the piece de resistance of this bathroom, I believe, is the pre-built vanity that we were able to order for these clients. One benefit of ordering a pre-built vanity is it significantly cuts down on our lead times as far as obtaining all of our materials and fixtures that are going to go into the space. When you have custom vanities and cabinets made, they take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, if not greater, depending on their backlog. With a pre-built vanity, we're able to order that, see a stock availability before we order it, and generally know how soon that's gonna come in. This vanity from James Martin, this is their Monticello vanity, which boasts a really interesting exterior wrap on the cabinet. It's a walnut stained strip material that they have little individual strips that are applied to the box work and the door fronts that give this really nice three-dimensional tactile texture, as well as a floating shelf below it that's the same width. Inside of the vanity, there's a shelf as well as a lower drawer for additional storage that has the U shape to allow for the P-trap to still reside in its place that it needs to live, but just kind of breaks up the storage there a little bit more, so it's more useful. Typically under sink cabinets don't tend to be the best place to store things, so anytime there's some additional storage features built into those really helps out the end users. So typically with pre-built vanities, you have the option of ordering a countertop and possibly a sink that comes with that fixture, or you can choose to order it as just the cabinet. In this case, we decided to just order the cabinet and source our own countertop material. We have that here, the Poseidonia, if I'm saying that correctly, from Silestone. It just kind of offers this really nice quartz that's got a kind of sagey blue-green tone to it that the clients were really interested in seeing in their space. Yeah, no, it's a fun, kind of interesting color that doesn't really have a whole lot of texture or anything in it. Really, it's just the color that's kind of the fun part of that one. And then the gold really pairs nicely with that, as well as kind of having that black in there, just as a little accent. Up above the vanity and the counter space there, the clients used to have just a regular decorative mirror as well as a 3-light vanity. They wanted to streamline and simplify these things, so we removed the vanity light and opted to replace the mirror with a surface-mounted medicine cabinet that was not only lit, but also had functional mirrors inside and outlets, so they can keep all of their charging bases for their toothbrushes, shavers, what have you, tucked away nicely and neatly, but they'll always be ready to use. So one other thing that we thought would kind of elevate the space a little bit is adding a little bit of texture to the shower glass. In this case, we opted to go with a bypass glass door with a nice frosted glass. So while you can see kind of things through it while they're close up to the glass, the farther away, the more obscure things get. Then you can see that we also kind of reused our matte black finish to hang the sliding track as well as the hardware for that glass door. And those are options available from Kohler. For more remodeling and design ideas, subscribe to our YouTube channel.